So, welcome to my midweek commentary. I've decided that for the next 2 months, so like next 8 weeks, I'm going to make a top-down analysis every weekend and every Wednesday, just to see how the week is going based on what I said at the weekend. So let's get into it. So first of all, this monthly chart, right? I'm still bullish on it, yes, but I think I'd have to come to the understanding that there's this area here, right? So let me zoom it in. There's this area here that the market might need to come back to before eventually making the journey to the high. And that will make a lot of sense in the sense that the market does three things: look for liquidity, fill up imbalances. And I think I need to edit this now and revisit balanced price ranges. Right, so these are the three things the market does. It looks for liquidity, fills up imbalances, and revisits. In fact, not even a matter of fill up imbalances, because let's just put it this way: revisits balanced price ranges. I think that's better. Revisits balanced price ranges and always goes to fair price. Okay, so in this case, there's a balanced price range that is still fresh that would make sense for the market to revisit, and that would be under January's low. So you can take out liquidity under January's low and then fill up that balanced price range before, and retest that balanced price range before leaving. So where does that leave us now? So on the weekly chart, I said this was not confirmed yet, so this dealing range should have been on the daily chart, but this dealing range here, in my opinion, might just be like for a pullback to continue to move to the upside, because I'm still like really bullish on this. So now let's come into the daily chart, which is what has my interest at the moment. So on the daily chart, we had this area here. Like I talked about this area being a potential high of the week at the weekend. I think at the weekend, the video, I think that should have been about the I think the 9-minute mark on last week's video, right? That's what showed when I marked this out as the potential high of the week, and we had that high today on Wednesday. Now I didn't trade today, and I did, but I'll get into it anyways. But earlier on, I was looking at this. So Monday, right? I didn't trade on Monday, and then yesterday I tried buying into this, and obviously I think I was premature on that, so I lost some money here. And I tried again sometime in New York session, and I think I was still too early, and I lost some money there. And then price went there anyways. And look at that drop from it now. So I was talking about this earlier in my group. I was talking about this holding. So it came in Asian session, London session, and just before New York session before it dropped. So this is the thing about time and price, right? Time and price is an insane concept, an insane combination. So anyways, this dropped right out of the sky, literally. Right out of the sky. So clearly this looks like our high of the week pre-NFP. We have for tomorrow all of this GBP news. We have all of this GBP news. So before we get here, so this was very nice, very nice push out of here, and we've come into the 1 hour chart now. On the 1 hour chart, I managed to get a short position somewhere in here, and I'll explain how I did that later on, or maybe now. I'll explain how I did that. Anyways, so this was a very beautiful move out of here. I was looking at this earlier. This is a mitigation block, right? This is a mitigation, very nice break of structure, retest to that mitigation, and then drops. I missed that as well, right? Because I was still, there was news actually. There was news at 4 p.m. my time, so I didn't want to get in before news. Yeah, that was what happened. I didn't want to get in before news, and that news came in and around here. And then with a break of this structure to the downside, I'm like, you know what? This right here looks like another mitigation block. And then on the 5 minutes, the market came right in there, right? So that's why I took that's the reason I took the short, and that has hit the TP right now. So that's what it is. So that's the only trade I've been in, and I didn't share this one actually because I'm not I don't have that much experience trading mitigations and stuff, so I'm not even going to try to be a hero or anything like that. But now though, what is next? What do I think is next? What I think is next is on the higher time frames, right? We need to make the move down. Let's even go to the 4 hour because the 4 hour is more interesting to me. So now we're having that move from the 25 to the 50, which is one move I don't usually like to miss, right? But I got caught up in a lot of because I found a way to make a case for buying and selling. So when that happens, sometimes it's good to just stay away from the markets for a bit. So I got caught up in buying and selling. But anyways, this is really, really nicely dropping off. So what I think is next is I'd like to see how this area holds, how this area treats the market, right? And then this area. But ultimately, this 4 hour dealing range, right? This looks like a type 1 dealing range. So if we get a market maker, this is obviously looking like a market maker sell model. We take this low out and come into these areas and have it take a reversal then I'll be looking to have a market maker buy model where this will be the drawn liquidity. So it depends on how you look at things, but this is just what I'm looking out for. But the highlight of this video is pointing out why I said this was going to be the high of the week, and it's looking like it's serving as a high of the week for now. And also on the 4 hour, because I remember on the 4 hour I also said this was a potential high of the week. So that's why I'm making this video now.